Welcome to Health Students Watching. As we begin our lesson, let's think through some ways that we can be courteous. Tell me one thing specifically that you can do to show courtesy to others. Students watching. And Cadence.
Using manners.
Yes, using your manners. Say please, thank you, including your family members as well. What is something you should do when you answer the telephone? Students watching. Emily.
If you're calling, you should say your name, but if someone's calling you, then you should say your last name.
Right. So if you are calling someone, let that person know who it is that is speaking to them, who it is that is calling. Now, if you're answering, you can use your family's last name. And then if it's a stranger, someone you don't recognize, what should you not do, Morgan?
Say your last name so they won't try to.
Okay, well, it could be okay to say your last name, but would you want to give out any other personal information, Una?
No.
No, so you wouldn't want to say anything else. You would want to find out who's calling or let mom or dad take over that phone call and handle the situation from there. If you do know that person, then yes, you should make them feel welcome and then find out why they're calling, what information is needed, and go from there. Now, there's another way that we can show courtesy to others, and that involves our company. Those would be people that we invite over. This is the word here on the chalkboard, so say it after me, company. Class, repeat.
Company.
Now, company would be those guests and visitors that you invite over. Maybe mom and dad invite company over, and you can share mealtime or a family time with them. But you may have had the opportunity to have your very own company over. Well, Emma gets to have her very own company over. Let's find out how she makes her company, how she makes her guest feel welcomed. She is excited about her game day with Ava. I want you specifically to watch for her reactions, several things that she does right that we should remember to do, and a couple of things we should learn to do better than Emma did. Begin reading for us, Asa, with Game Day with Ava.
Game day with Ava. Emma couldn't wait till Saturday. Ava was coming over to play games for 3 hours. Emma's bedroom was clean, and all of her clothes were folded or hung on hangers. Her toys and books were neatly placed on the shelves. On the floor was a stack of games that Emma thought Ava might like to play. Emma placed her new favorite game, Buzzers and Bells, on top. She hoped Ava would want to play it first.
Good accuracy. Pause. So her friend is getting to come over for how many hours, Tyra?
3.
Yes, and she hopes they'll get to play some games. What is Emma's favorite game, Morgan?
Buzzers and bells.
Yeah, so she's thinking, I'll put that game on top. We'll surely get to play my favorite game. Let's find out what happens. Continue reading for us, Deb.
While she was waiting for Ava, Emma stood by the window and watched for the Yorks van. 2 o'clock finally arrived, and a few minutes later, Emma's friend and her mom were walking to the front door. "Remember your manners," Mrs. Taylor said. "Your company comes first. Let Ava pick the game she would like to play."
Good expression. Now pause. Mrs. Taylor gave Emma some instructions. Tell me one of the instructions that Emma was given. Students watching. Asa.
Use your company, so let her pick the game first.
Yes, let her choose the games. Remember your manners. Now, this is a good thing to see if Emma's able to follow through and do. Let's find out if she does this. Continue reading for us, Kathleen.
Emma opened the door, smiled, and said, "Hello, Mrs. York. Hi, Ava. Please come in." Mom and Mrs. York were still talking when Emma and Ava ran up the stairs to Emma's bedroom. "Your room looks pretty," Ava said. "I like your fuzzy rug. We can sit on it to play our games," Emma said. The two girls sat down, and Emma told Ava about all the games they could play. "You pick, Ava, because you're company." In her mind, Ava was thinking, "Pick my favorite."
Good expression. Pause. What was something kind that Ava said about Emma's place, her bedroom and her home, or things like that? Emily.
That it was nice
It was very nice, and she said something specific that she liked the rug. That's a good thing to do if you're a guest or your company at somebody else's house, or if they invite you over, if your friend invites you over and you get to go into their bedroom. Say something nice. Tell them something that you really appreciate and enjoy. Don't spend a lot of time talking about yourself. You could show a way that you're appreciative for them inviting you over. Now let's find out more about their game time. Continue reading for us, Madison.
When Ava didn't pick buzzers and bells, Emma let out a sigh. Ava could tell that Emma was disappointed by looking at her face. Did I do something wrong? Ava asked. No, Emma said. She remembered that she should not complain if she did not get her way. Let's play. Emma divided all the game pieces evenly, and the girls played until Ava's game pieces were all gone.
Good expression. Pause. Why was Emma unhappy, students watching? Jacob.
Ava didn't pick her favorite.
Right, exactly. When Emma did not get her way, what should she do? Emily?
Go along with Ava.
Yes, with a good attitude. Let's find out what happens after they finish this game. Continue reading for us, Gage. I won.
I won, Ava cheered. Emma didn't mind too much. Ava looked at the stack of games. She saw another one that she was really good at. Let's play this one. Emma didn't really love the matching game that Ava had chosen, but she agreed to play it. Ava got the most matches and won that game too.
Good expression. Pause. So again, Ava chooses a different game other than Emma's favorite. Who is winning the games right now, Lexi?
Ava.
Yes. Are you a good sport when your company wins? Do you have a good attitude? You should be. Enjoying that time with your company is more important than winning that game. Continue reading for us, Cadence.
Emma wasn't having as much fun as she hoped she would have. When Ava was ready to pick the next game, Emma said, I'm getting tired of playing games. Let's do something else. But you asked me to come over to play games, Ava said. I was having a lot of fun. What's wrong with buzzers and bells, Emma asked. That's the game I really wanted to play. But I don't know how to play that game, Ava said. That's why I didn't pick it. I thought you wanted me to choose the games we would play. I'm sorry, I didn't think about that, Emma said. Would you like to learn how to play?
Good expression. Pause. Why was Emma not having fun playing? Students watching. Tyra.
Because she wanted to play her.
Yes, she wanted to play her favorite game. Why was Ava not picking Emma's favorite game? Jimmy?
Because she didn't know how to play it.
Yes, she didn't know how to play it, and Ava had no clue. So what did Emma say that was good, Emily?
Do you want to learn how to?
Yes, she asked and offered to teach her to learn how to play. And she also apologized for her wrong attitude. That's a good thing to do when you recognize you're wrong. Continue reading for us, Adriana.
Sure, Ava said. If you want to teach me, it looks like fun. Emma excitedly opened the box, took out all the game pieces, and explained the rules to Ava. Ava nodded as Emma talked. She listened carefully so she would know what to do when it was her turn. When the timer goes off and it sounds like a buzzer, you lose 10 points. If it sounds like a bell, you add 10 points.
Good smoothness. Pause. So in this game, when the buzzer goes off, how many points do you lose? Lexi?
10.
10. And if when the timer goes off, if it sounds like a bell, how many points do you get? You know. 10. Exactly correct. So depending on the bell sound or the buzzer sound, depends on how many points you have. Let's find out if they enjoy playing this game. Josh, continue. This is going.
This is going to be fun, Ava said. Let's play. The girls laughed when the timer went off and someone lost or gained 10 points. At the last second, Ava got 10 extra points and won the game. Are you mad that I won? Ava asked Emma. No, Emma said. I should have asked you if you know how to play all the games. I'm glad you told me. I had started thinking of myself instead of putting my company first. The girls played the same game 2 more times before Miss Taylor called for them to come downstairs. It was 5 o'clock, and Mrs. York was back to pick up Ava.
Good accuracy. Pause. So who ended up winning buzzers and bells? Students watching. Carson.
Ava.
How did Emma show a right attitude even when Ava won that game? Jacob.
When Ava asked, "Are you mad that I won?" she said no.
Right. Don't get upset about the winner. Have a good attitude. Be a good sport. Others will enjoy playing with you more if you do so. Which of the girls ended up putting the other one first? Kathleen?
Ava.
Yes. And Ava. They both ended up doing that, and that was a good thing for them to do. That will make a good friendship. Continue reading for us. Carly, the two girls.
The two friends planned another game for the next month. This time it would be at Ava's house. Thank you for inviting me, Emma, Ava said. You let me pick the games and you taught me how to play a new one. I think it's my new favorite game too.
Good expression. So pause. How do you know that both girls enjoyed their time? Students watching. Morgan.
Emma said maybe they can have another. Maybe they could have another play day at Ava's house.
They're planning on having another game day, and this time Ava's going to be the one who has her friend over. Let's look at the Bible says. Tyra, read that for us.
The Bible says, Romans 12:10, be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another. Romans 12:10.
Yes, preferring one another means to think of the other person before yourself. If you think of the word joy, how do you spell joy? What are the letters? Students watching. Adriana.
J-O-Y.
J-O-Y. Jesus is first, others are second, and you are last. When you keep those three in that order, you're going to be joyful. You're going to have joy. And this verse reminds us here that when we are kind, when we think of Jesus, when we think of others before ourselves, that's what will bring us that true joy. Now let's take a look at helping your guest feel special. Read that for us, Aiden.
Helping your guests feel special. Showing courtesy to guests means letting them choose what to do. When you treat our guests in special ways, we show them that we appreciate the time they spend with us. What else might Emma have done to show Ava she was glad to have her visit?
If you thought of something, raise your hand. Cadence.
Ava shouldn't have got a bad attitude when she didn't get her way.
Right, she should never have gotten upset in the first place. What else could she do, Tyra?
She could be glad.
She could be glad and helpful no matter what game they choose. Jacob? What if she knew right away that Ava didn't know how to play her game? What could she do?
Emma could ask her, do you know how to play buzzers and bells?
Right. She could have asked way at the very beginning, maybe even after she let her choose the first game, she could ask about that game rather than waiting all of that time and becoming more frustrated. Go ahead and write a couple of those thoughts down there, ways that you could show courtesy, thinking of other things that Emma might have done to help her visit go well with Ava. Once you finish writing a couple ideas there, using your pencil, you can begin to sketch or outline or draw a picture of that game day with Emma and Ava. At the end of our lesson, I'll give you some time to color in that picture. Go ahead and just use your pencil to answer the questions here and then draw it for the think about it, apply it section. Now raise your hand if you have something ready to share of something you learned from the story. Emily.
Act happy even though you don't get your way.
Yes, be happy. Choose to be happy even when others might not do what you expect them to do. Cadence.
Be a good sport.
Yes, be a good sport. Good lessons to learn there. Go ahead and pause. You can close your book, set them to the side. We'll have time to finish that drawing and picture at the end of our lesson. Let's go ahead and take out our worksheet number 6. Write your name at the top, and then we're going to discuss a couple more things that we can think through from this game day with Ava. We will write each answer, or write our answer to each question on the lines, in the blanks here. Number 1, what did Emma do to prepare for Ava's visit? Tell me something that she did. Students watching, Kaden.
Clean her room.
Yes, she cleaned her room. Now, hopefully, you do that before your company comes, before your guests arrive. And if you keep it clean each day, it won't take much longer to do those extra things. So it will happen very quickly if you stay faithful in keeping your room clean. She cleaned her room, she put her clothes away, she placed her toys and books on the shelves. And then what did she bring out that they could play? Dev? Games. So she had those games ready since they knew they wanted to spend their time playing games. Number 2, why do you think Emma did all of those jobs before Ava arrived? Una.
So they won't have to push them away before they started.
Right, and what can they do instead of cleaning?
Have more time playing.
Yes, they have more time to play. Plus, cleaning beforehand is what, Emily?
Making them feel welcome.
Yes, is making them feel welcome. That's courteous, that's kind, that's thoughtful. So taking time to do that long before your guests arrive, that is a good way to show courtesy to your guests, to be thoughtful of them, and then you have more time to use for fun. Let's look at number 3. What are some things you might need to do if you are having company? Students watching, tell me one. Raise your hand if you're ready to share here. Anna.
Clean your room.
Clean your room. What specifically could you help clean in your room, Kaden?
You could make your bed.
Make your bed. Good. What else could you do, Cadence?
Vacuum.
Vacuum. Good. Lots of good ideas there. So put a couple of specific things down that you could do to make your room clean. What should you do with your toys, Kathleen?
Put them away.
Yes, put all of the extra toys away. Number 4, what should you do when guests enter your house? Students watching. Dev.
Welcome them.
Yes, welcome them. Greet them at the door. Don't keep them waiting. Be ready to answer the door. So welcome them. Once they enter, what could you do? Emily?
Invite them just to...
Yes, invite them in. Tell them where they could be seated to rest on the couch. Or if your friend is coming to your room, invite them back with you. Cadence.
Show them, give them a tour of the house.
Yes, that would be very kind. With mom and dad's permission, you could show them the house, give them a tour. Maybe they would find it very important to know where the kitchen is in case they needed a glass of water or something to drink. So you could show them those important places. Now let's take a look at number 5. Make a list of activities for the next time you have company. So if you are going to have company, what are some things that you could do with your guests? Begin to write there a couple of those ideas, and then we'll share some together in just a moment. What was an activity that you thought of to do with your friends? Students watching? Una.
Make funny stories.
Make fun stories. I like it. Sounds like a fun activity. Tyra.
Go to the pool.
You could go to the pool with parents' permission. Carson.
Video games.
So you could play different games. Gage. Same. So maybe hide and go seek, maybe other sports or activities you enjoy, maybe the park if you enjoy that or have the opportunity to do so. So there are many different activities that you could plan to do with your friends. The key is to have that plan ready so that you are able to make the most of your time with your company, with your guests, and to make them feel welcomed. You wouldn't want to start that being unprepared. That is a great way to show your guests that you value them and to be courteous to your guests. Go ahead and take this page. You can set it to this side. Students watching at this time, if you need to complete page 154, you can do so. You can finish that outline, that drawing, and then if you need to add any color to it using crayons or colored pencils, you can do so. And we'll pick up in our next lesson talking more about ways to be courteous.